As previously mentioned, air-to-air master mode is divided into several sub-modes. Sub-modes provide functionality designed for different tactical situations. Cycle through the available sub-modes with the Q key. Velocity search is used for long-range detection. Its detection algorithms rely on velocity, and the contact must be closing on your aircraft to be detected. Aircraft flying away or perpendicular to you will either not be detected or return a very small velocity. Detection ranges can be as far as 80 nautical miles, however the current range to the target cannot be determined. The scale for velocity search is 0 to 800 knots in range versus azimuth format. Contacts cannot be cycled in velocity search, since VS will drop into single target track upon designation of a contact. The most effective way to pick out a specific contact in VS is to use the TDC cursor. Move the TDC over the contact with the shifted arrow keys and designate the target with the / key. Range-well search is a very versatile mode providing both long-range detection and limited aspect capability. Range-well search can detect contacts out to 40 miles. Because of a wider scan volume than velocity search or track-well scan, range-well search has the ability to detect targets in a larger volume of air, including those at lower altitudes than your own aircraft. As with velocity search, contacts cannot be cycled in range-well search, since range-well search will drop into single target track upon designation of a contact. Use the TDC cursor to select and designate the contact. Track-well scan has better close-in detection than either velocity search or range-well search, as well as greater look-down capability. Look-down is the ability of the radar to scan below the aircraft's waterline. This advantage makes track-well scan the mode of choice for employing weapons. Use track-well scan to employ your weapons after taking in the big picture with velocity search or range-well search. Because of the speed at which it must perform a complete scan, track-well scan is limited by the volume of sky it can cover. It cannot keep tabs on as large an area as range-well search because it must provide more timely and detailed information on each contact. The single target track, or STT mode, provides accurate tracking of a single target. Single target track can only be entered via one of the previous three modes. The radar no longer scans, but actually locks on or tracks a designated target. Once a contact has been selected in track-well scan, press Q to activate the single target track lock. You can manually designate a target for single tracking from another mode by using the TDC cursor. A TDC designation can be performed by moving the TDC over the contact and pressing the / key. Single target track then displays the track target, velocity vector, range to target, missile range envelopes, and depending on the weapon currently selected, the allowable steering error circle and steering dot. Auto acquisition, or AACQ, is a modifier for all submodes. When in one of the radar submodes, activate AACQ by pressing Shift Q. AACQ will automatically designate the closest contact to you and, depending on the mode, either lock it up in single target track or, in the case of track-well scan, designate it as a launch and steering target.